Understanding the difference between your intrusive thoughts versus your intuitive thoughts is a process and a journey of really understanding how your brain discerns what is for you versus what isn't for you. So, this is a process that is going to be created through practice. Every single day, you get to practice listening to your thoughts and identifying where exactly they are stemming from. Your intuition comes from your heart, comes from your soul. It is pulling you and guiding you even when you don't feel that it's there. It's always guiding you. It is always leading you. And oftentimes we might feel like we don't know how to listen to our intuition, but the truth is that we do. We get impulsive thoughts or intrusive thoughts all the time, and these thoughts can be somewhat of sabotaging thoughts. They actually lead us away from our soul path and our soul alignment. So how can we discern if we are following our soul path or if we're following the opposite of our soul path? That's really what we're asking when we're trying to understand if we're listening to our intuitive thoughts or our intrusive and impulsive thoughts. So one of the ways that we can really master this understanding is by regulating the nervous system, creating peace within the body, within the nervous system. And I'm going to have a few other videos explaining exactly how to do that. But the more peace that you feel within your body and the less stress that you feel, the easier it is to hear where these thoughts are coming from. The more that you practice just listening to your thoughts and observing them from a peaceful place rather than a stressed and anxious place, the more practice you'll have over understanding what an intrusive thought sounds like or feels like versus what an intuitive thought sounds like or feels like. All of us have a soul, but our soul talks to us in our own unique language. Maybe your soul talks to you through feelings. For some people, their soul talks to them through hearing or through smelling, or there's all these different sensations that we can experience when our soul is talking to us. So there might be different experiences that your body endures when you're experiencing an intuitive thought versus an intrusive and impulsive thought. For me personally, I'm someone who tends to feel the language of my soul. I really feel it in the cells of my body. And when I'm feeling very stressed, very frustrated, very anxious, and all of those things, I know that that is not the best environment for my divinely aligned intuitive thoughts to speak to me. So any thoughts that I'm going to be having while I'm feeling that feeling, that's the only way that I can really articulate it is by showing you like this. Anytime that I'm feeling that way, I can assume that whatever thoughts that I'm having are probably going to be leading me off track rather than leading me to my highest potential. So why would I have thoughts that lead me off track when I'm feeling uncomfortable? That's because our intrusive thoughts or our impulsive thoughts come from our ego. They come from the most primitive part of our brain that tries to rescue us and keeps us safe from all of those negative feelings. So when you feel that horrible way that you feel, whether it be when you're budgeting, when you're fighting with your partner, I don't know what triggers for you cause you to feel that way. That is when your ego will kind of get turned on. It gets flipped on with a switch and it starts to spill out intrusive or impulsive thoughts to you. The reason is because your ego is trying to allow you to escape from danger as quickly as possible. It is urgent, ASAP. The ego does not like to be uncomfortable. But when you have regulated your nervous system and trained your body to be able to sit in discomfort and listen to your thoughts and listen to what is coming from your ego versus what is coming from your higher self, that's where no matter how you feel in life, no matter what life throws at you, even if you just got in a car accident or some crazy thing just happened, you will be able to always trust your intuition and hear your intuitive thoughts. Your intuition is kind of like another being within you. Your higher self is literally like another being that you have within your body and within your soul. And when we honor and respect our higher self by following our intuitive thoughts, then we start to receive more and more and more guidance. If you are in a pattern of following your impulsive or intrusive thoughts, you're going to receive more and more of those, because the brain really does respond to what you are responding to. So if you want to experience more intuitive thoughts, more guidance that can really deeply align you with where you want to go in life, with where your soul is meant to go, and with your highest potential, then it might be a benefit for you to start to listen to these small intuitive thoughts that you get throughout the day, as opposed to ignoring them. One of the common intuitive thoughts that I tend to get is to not eat the last bite of my food. Sometimes I'll be eating a burrito or something and I get full, and I have just finished basically that whole entire meal, but there's just one bite left. And my intuition tells me that I don't need that bite. I'm already full. I'm feeling completely okay. But my ego tells me I might as well finish the plate. I might as well finish that last bite. So I stray from my intuition and I follow that intrusive, impulsive thought. There's so many different ways that our intuition can be talking to us, telling us to either go buy that thing or not buy that thing. And the way that we talk back to our intuition, the way that we either choose to honor it or dishonor it, is what kind of invites it in a little bit more or shuts the door on it entirely. So every single thing that you do every single day really does play a factor in how you feel and how you show up in the world, how you talk to yourself, and all of your thoughts really do contribute to how you are being in the world. If you are not already in a daily practice where you're just observing your thoughts, I cannot recommend it enough. This is the step one foundation that I have every single client or student go through before we start doing some really, really deep work together, because it is such an empowering skill to know how to observe your thoughts and how to see where they are actually coming from, if they're coming from your highest potential or something that is trying to sabotage you. If you are early in this practice of learning how to observe your thoughts, of meditating and being with yourself, that is okay. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You are not behind by any means. And the more you practice this, even just 1 to 10 minutes a day, the more exponential growth you will see. The brain is so incredible, and we see our efforts pay off exponentially. So if you are on this journey, stay on this journey. Do not give up. It is all going to open up for you so soon, and you are going to get the clarity that you have really, really wanted.